Some people push your limits not because you are weak, but because your calmness unsettles them. They see your patience and assume they can cross boundaries without consequences. But the truth is, the strongest people are often the quietest. They don't waste energy proving their worth to people who have already chosen disrespect. Not every insult deserves your attention. Not every argument deserves your voice. Sometimes the greatest response is creating distance and protecting your peace. Because people who constantly try to provoke you are usually fighting battles within themselves. Your confidence reminds them of what they lack, and your growth becomes uncomfortable for them to watch. Real strength is not found in loud reactions. It is found in self-control. The ability to stay composed when others expect you to lose control is a level of power many people never reach. And often, the people who underestimated your silence are the same ones who later regret losing access to your energy. Today, let's talk about 5 powerful ways to respond to disrespect without revenge, without drama, and without lowering yourself to someone else's level. These responses are quiet, but they leave the deepest impact. First, remain calm when they expect you to break. Many people disrespect others hoping for a reaction. They want anger. They want emotional chaos. They want proof that they can disturb your peace. But when you stay calm, you take away their control. Nothing frustrates toxic people more than realizing they cannot manipulate your emotions. Your calmness becomes a mirror reflecting their immaturity. Silence in difficult moments is not weakness, it is emotional discipline. Strong individuals understand that reacting instantly often creates regret. Instead of exploding, they observe. Instead of shouting, they think. The moment you stop reacting emotionally to every offense, you stop becoming easy to control. A peaceful mind is dangerous to people who thrive on conflict. Second, stop giving unlimited access to your life. Some people only appreciate your presence after they feel your absence. When you are always available, always forgiving, and always understanding, certain people begin to take you for granted. Distance teaches lessons that explanations never can. You do not need to constantly prove your loyalty, kindness, or value to people who fail to respect it. Sometimes the healthiest thing you can do is step back quietly and let people experience life without your support, your attention, and your energy. Protecting your peace is not selfish. It is necessary. Not everyone deserves front row access to your life. Some people only enter your world to drain your confidence, criticize your progress, or test your boundaries. Learn to limit access to those who repeatedly disrespect you. Your energy is valuable. Stop handing it to people who treat it carelessly. Third, let your growth speak for you. One of the strongest answers to disrespect is personal success. People who are unhappy with themselves often attack those who are improving because growth reminds them of their own lack of discipline or courage. Do not waste your time trying to convince people of your worth. Some individuals have already decided to misunderstand you no matter how clearly you explain yourself. While you were trying to express your intentions, they were studying your reactions. While you were defending your character, they were looking for emotional weakness. Change the pattern. Instead of arguing, focus on becoming better. Improve your mindset, build your goals, strengthen your confidence, win quietly, and let your actions speak louder than any explanation ever could. Results create respect far more effectively than arguments. People may ignore your words, but they cannot ignore your transformation. Fourth, stop over-explaining yourself. Emotionally mature people explain themselves once. Confident people understand they do not need approval from everyone. Not every misunderstanding is accidental. Some people understand exactly who you are, but they continue questioning you because they enjoy watching you defend yourself repeatedly. Over-explaining often comes from the fear of being judged or rejected. But peace begins when you no longer feel responsible for convincing everyone to see your value. You are allowed to outgrow unhealthy relationships without endless explanations. You are allowed to set boundaries without feeling guilty. You are allowed to walk away from disrespect even if others refuse to understand your reasons. The more secure you become, the less you feel the need to defend every decision you make. Fifth, leave without hatred. The most powerful goodbye is often the quietest one. Many people expect emotional reactions when they hurt you. They expect arguments, revenge, bitterness, or emotional breakdowns. But mature people leave differently. They choose peace over chaos. They choose healing over revenge. They choose distance over endless conflict. And strangely, that calm departure confuses toxic people more than anger ever could. They expected destruction. Instead, they witnessed self-respect. Sometimes your silence becomes the consequence they never saw coming. Eventually, people realize that respect was never something they automatically deserve from you. It was something maintained through their behavior. And when they lose access to your kindness, your attention, and your presence, regret often follows naturally. Remember this carefully. Silence becomes powerful when it comes from confidence, not fear. Walking away does not mean you lost. Sometimes it means you finally valued your peace more than the need to be understood. The moment you stop chasing validation from others, you begin reclaiming control over your life. And nothing unsettles toxic individuals more than someone who can no longer be emotionally manipulated. True power is not revenge, it is emotional mastery. It is the ability to stay calm in disrespect, focused during criticism, and peaceful in situations designed to provoke you. And sometimes, the strongest response you can give is no response at all. Because peace becomes priceless once you stop giving it away to people who constantly disturb it. Stay grounded, stay emotionally strong, and never allow someone else's disrespect to control your energy again.